Hey, my name is Avi Aronov, and I just want to cover in this video quickly a bit about my story, about how I started in the HVAC industry and really went from a startup, okay, to build over an 8-figure company within less than 2 years. Okay, I will share with you a lot of my strategies around that, what I learned, what type of mentors I had on my path, and what type of things are important to make sure that you get to that 8 figures. Okay, so first I want to thank you for your time to really come and listen to that, and I hope that I'm able to transfer some bits of information to help you take your company to the next level. And even if I help one person, I did my thing. Okay, so I will make a lot of serials of videos about how to work on different areas of your business to take them to the next level. But first, we'll start with my story on that. So when I was very young, I came to Canada approximately when I was 14 years old. Before that, back home, I actually worked in different jobs, just helping different businesses, collecting bottles, returning them, and making whatever I can just to earn some living. I always wanted to make sure that I earn my own living, okay? And then when I came here to Canada, I started with selling newspapers for Toronto Star, and was getting $14 per every sale, or $20 if I sell an entire week subscription for 3 months. Okay, so I made quite a bit of money, and then I spoke to a couple of my friends from school, tell them, hey, why don't we start selling? We will make more money than everybody in our school makes, because we will do sales and we will be able actually to earn our own income. So we did that at about 14, 15 years old. We started to earn a couple of hundreds of dollars every single week, and it was amazing. So then, long story short, we decided to go to work in the home improvement space. We started to work with a company called National Home Services, which when we started to work with them, we learned so much about leadership, training, about mindset and attitude. So they taught us a lot about that. And the beautiful thing about that, every time that we were in the area of our houses, we would go to the office between 7:30 to 8 o'clock. We will meet at the office. If you are late, you are not coming in, okay? And then we would be doing our classrooms, which basically will be role plays. Will be, the leaders would come up to the class, okay, and we'll share a lot about attitude. Also, the onboarding was amazing. So it's not like, okay, you interview them, and maybe they are good, okay, go to the class with everybody. It was such a phenomenal way to actually learn from that, which then later in my career, which I will share, I actually implement a lot of that, okay? So in this company, I actually was able to earn anywhere between 4 figures a week to 5 figures, which was amazing. But then I knew that I want to do more and bigger and better things. So once I learned how to really develop a team, sell, and explore my growth, I decided to actually leave that company, which later they actually, a bit after I left, they sold for over $500 million to one of the largest company that we have here in Canada. And what happened, I opened my own company as an agency, recruiting salespeople, helping those salespeople to understand how to sell, finding companies that are smaller in the HVAC industry, and we help them actually increase sales, okay? So, by the way, why I'm holding my my tablet here, because I want to draw a lot of ideas of how we did that, but for now I'm just sharing with you those ideas of how we went about the growth, okay? So, meanwhile, what happened, I found close to 32 people that actually were learning from me how to sell, and not only from me, but from the leaders that we created in the company. Okay, we had an amazing system. Everything was run from the car. We didn't have, as a company, as an agency to help those companies, I didn't have an office. So I find multiple companies, they were able, let's say they were in the high 6 figures. I told them, hey, I can take you to over 7 figures within a very very short period of time. They couldn't really understand and believe my way of approaching it, because they're much older than me and I'm a 19-year-old kid coming to them saying, hey, I can grow you, okay? So then what happened, I decided to go ahead and approach them. They gave us the opportunity to actually show them what we're capable of, because what always we did, we never charged anything up front, okay? What we did, we actually told them, pay us commission. So if, let's say an example, there is a company, okay, and we always check that. So let's say an example, they charge $2,600, okay, at the time for a unit of a furnace or an air conditioner, okay? What we did, okay, we actually went ahead and we helped them do financing program to the customer, okay? When we find the customer, we schedule the customer for the install, we do the credit checks, we do everything for them, okay? So their job is basically just go do the installation and get the unit, and that's it, and then collect the funds on more customers. So if they were able to sell, let's say an example, 8 customers a week, we would help them sell 30 customers a week easy. Okay, so what we did, we actually sold customers for $6,708, okay, and they get their $2,600 and we keep the difference, okay? So for them, they make so much more money, and for us, we also make a lot of money, but at the same time, the beautiful thing about that we have zero cost of marketing. Why? Because we were doing door-to-door at the time. Okay, so door-to-door at the time that we were doing. Now, what you will understand, that to hire people for door-to-door, it's not always as simple, because the turn rate will be very high. Okay, so when we did that, we made a lot of money. We made over like in the great 7 figures. To the company, we made actually already 8 figures, and to ourselves as an agency, we already started to make 7 figures, and yet we were in the early 20s. It was amazing. Okay. And then what happened, I actually met my first mentor that I paid over $150,000 when I was pretty much at my beginning 20s. My mentor name is actually Bob Proctor from the movie The Secret. When I met with him, I saw somebody that getting a working relationship with him, and I called him and I said, hey, I can help you grow the company, but I just want to ask you, introduce me to the people that you work with, Bob Proctor. He said, sure. Then all of a sudden Bob called me and I said, I don't want to speak to you on the phone. I want to meet with you face to face in person. So he said, sure, come over to my house and we'll meet. I was so excited. And then I went to his house, and actually I will post a video as well about him talking about our relationship and everything, so you guys can see that.
He's one of the smartest young guys I have ever met. You've got to really shake your head when you look at him, because he operates, you think he's 48 or 50. He's got such an awareness. He seems to have an innate understanding of what to do. His name's Avi Aronoff. You know Avi. Some people here know him. How many people have met Avi? There's a few of you have met him. The guy's absolutely brilliant. He really is brilliant. He and I have become very good friends. And he comes over to the house. It's absolutely amazing. But if I tell Avi something, he does exactly what I suggest.
So when I saw him, he couldn't believe that I was in 7 figures, and he said, you know, you actually do things that most people don't understand. And when people look at you, they most likely think, what you are talking about. Like, it's not making sense what you are saying to your age especially. Okay, and then he started to look at what I'm doing. He started to basically work with me. I asked him to mentor me one-on-one. He said, sure, it will be very expensive for you. I said, don't worry about the money. And then he named the price of $150,000, and I just went ahead and I brought it to him. He couldn't believe that. But then he started working with me, and we basically built the company from wherever it was to over 8 figures within less than 2 years. How we did, it's basically, he asked me, okay, what is the first thing that you will need to do? And I said, honestly, to make sure that I grow, I need, like, there is certain areas of the company that I spend a lot of time on. And one of them, it's HR recruiting, okay? Recruiting, it's one of the key elements to grow. I don't want to go into too much topics on that. I will make separate videos on that, so you guys will be able to learn more about that. But then what he said also, it's about my office space, because it's so funny. I was posting, okay, online everywhere, and then I would interview people on the phone and tell them, come to the subway station or a coffee shop, I will interview you, and then we will go right away on the road to actually hit the road and make sales on the spot. So I would show people how to make $5, $10, $20,000 in one day. They just showed up to the subway station. They couldn't even take an Uber or a taxi or whatnot. And here, like another 18-year-old seeing how to make $20,000, it was like mind-blowing to those people. So then we were able to recruit so much. After that, we actually got our own financing and we started our own company. So we weren't anymore related to other companies helping them grow, but we started to grow our own company. Then going from a little office of 1,200 square feet, we went to over 10,000 square feet office, which was a massive jump and size of growth, which again I will post a couple of videos for you guys to see, and I will talk about that, about the different growth sizes that we will be looking to do, okay, and how to actually get there. Because here, from spending $2K a month on the office, I went to spend over $30,000 every single month on an office, okay, and we will talk about if it's the right thing to do, at what time, and everything like that, okay? And what type of pivots and what type of solutions we actually did to make sure that our growth continues to the capacity that we need, because we did many different channels of marketing, many hiring, recruiting. We did so many things that I will be covering with the other videos. So this basically just a quick intro. If you guys see any benefit of that, or you have a specific thing that you want me to talk about, please post in one of the comments or somehow share with us that we will be able, for sure, we will make those videos and personally send it to you and post on other channels of communication so you can benefit from that. Our goal is to make sure that we provide you as much value so you benefit from that and move forward. We do not want to charge for any of the content that I will be shooting with my partners or with my other people that will be involved on that, okay? Like my mentors, advisors, and so on. We will provide you the mentorship and the content like that for free, so you can basically implement that in your company. And if then in the near future or longer future you see that it's working for you and you want to take your company to a whole new level, you can contact us, and if we see a great fit, we'll be more than happy to work with it together. For now, meanwhile, what we will help to get for you, it's actually a solution that we missed as a company, spending over $680,000 on Salesforce for a solution of a CRM, okay? And the things that we actually saw that missing, okay? After actually closing the company, selling the company for a larger institution, and then closing the entity, so we moved forward on other investments, I know exactly what things were missing, and that's what we will provide you as a SaaS solution to make sure that your growth will be so much easier. Implementing this content to your company will be so much faster and growth worthy. So then when we work together, we can take you basically on a ship to the moon, you know, or however you would call that. But that's our goal, okay? Basically take you from wherever you are to the new levels that you can get. Thank you. My name is Avi Aronov again, and I'm here to provide value in my next videos as well. See you on the next one.